Hello, everybody. I am here in the forest in Rudkøbing, and this is Mireille. Do I say it right?
Mireille.
Mireille. And I'm just gonna make a little introduction. I know Mireille because her and her beautiful husband, you're not husband, well, partners, they make amazing parties. And this is the future thing. I just put my glasses in my eyes, so I'm like crying on my left eye.
Soulful parties, right?
Soulful parties.
Yeah.
Mireille makes the nicest food, like crazy, and she makes a lot of it. And of course she would like help, but sometimes, we should just all come bring something.
I have my fairies.
Yeah, you have fairies. And I think the first party I went to was not this summer, but last summer.
Last summer, yeah.
And it just grows bigger and bigger every time. So I think the first time we were maybe 20, and maybe the last time we were 80. And it's really beautiful getting together, dancing. The first time I meet you, you are dancing around everybody with a hula hoop ring that she just can, she can just dance with this hula hoop ring. It's so beautiful. And in the last party, you had a speech about Ayurveda. Now starts a motor machine. Oh my God.
I was gonna cut a tree right
No.
No. Oh God. Okay.
Okay.
We need to change place. I can't
believe it. That's just a man standing down there, a motor saw. Oh my God. That's the Danish
version. The forest should be like the most silent place, And,
God.
And
maybe that was it. Maybe he just
maybe he just decided to go away.
Now we can't see him and it disappeared. Yeah, maybe it was just one branch.
He was gonna go for this big tree over there.
Oh no.
Okay.
Should we run?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna run a little more down, away from this man, cutting trees. Oh God. Sorry guys. That's a little too much. But as you can see, Mireille is pregnant. Very pregnant.
Very pregnant.
Oh my God. And actually it can happen today. Little baby wants to come out. And actually she just told me that a very good friend of mine for many years, she's studying doula, like an alternative midwife. And she's gonna be there. I can't believe how lucky she is. I never saw a birth. I only give birth 2 times. And yeah, so this interview we're gonna make is very important for pregnant women, for everybody, for parents, because we all have to do a little better, I think. Oh, that's a really nice rock. Yeah, she can sit there, so beautiful. Okay.
Now we found a more quiet place in the forest.
In the forest. Okay, so in a second I'm gonna swap this camera the other side around, and I'm gonna be the everybody on the other side listening to this very interesting. What I remember from this speech, where someone there was sitting next to me, like I have said before, he was like in another kind of party. He didn't listen, and I was like, "Can you please shut up, because this is so important what she's saying. It's like really important." And what I remember is it's called Ayurveda, the 4 pillars of health. And I remember you explaining the 4 pillars as a chair with 4 legs. And if one leg is missing, the chair is kind of not
Yeah,
so stable,
unbalanced.
unbalanced. So she's gonna tell about 4 different things in our life that we can, how we do it better. And I just want to be saying that even that I listened what she said the last time, and I knew that it would be better for me, I still don't do it. So this is also for myself to get this repeated and to get into doing it, actually doing it. And maybe it's not all of the things that you have to start with doing. Maybe you
Yes.
choose one.
Maybe what you need first is to hear and integrate it, and
Yes.
then at some point things will start moving towards it.
I would suggest to take a pen and a paper ready and write down what she have to say, because it's many things and very interesting things. I'm gonna turn the camera now, so I don't know if I can see your comments, if there comes any comments, but I will turn it around like that, and then I will sit here and be listening so patient.
Okay.
Mireille say.
So we are. I think I'm gonna maybe just sit out here, and we are
She
on the
has to
same
be
level.
comfortable, her and baby.
Yeah. So we're here today to speak about the 4 pillars of health from Ayurveda, as Annette was saying. And I think first we can start by what is Ayurveda. Ayur is life and Veda is knowledge. So it's a knowledge of life that have been passed through over 4,000 years in India, from doctors and researchers and people passionate about health, about well-being, about feeling good, and this what is health also? No, health is a plenitude, plenitude state of well-being, of feeling well, like feeling with energy, feeling every day like you're empowered with your energy. You can do things. You feel capable. You feel like you feel alive in a certain way from inside out. So you're like, this is what we are looking towards to, and even more now, important than ever. So we can have this self-care and have the energy needed for whatever we want to do and accomplish in our lives, and whatever we want to create and co-create together, we need that energy. We need this life energy posing from inside. So when I heard about the 4 pillars of health, it came from a Brazilian Ayurveda doctor. It's the first Brazilian Ayurveda doctor. He went to India. His name is Mateus from Vida Veda. He created a channel, and actually he created a very beautiful community called Vida Veda in Brazil. It's mostly in Portuguese right now. That's why I feel like also translating into English and passing the knowledge ahead is very important and nice. But yeah, he studied for many years, 6 years in India, and he now is sharing all this knowledge that he have in Brazil and helping a lot of people. And he turned into the 4 pillars of health. What was 3 different categories in the knowledge he studied, and to make it also more simple and more easy for us to integrate in our daily lives. And these 4 pillars are food, which I call nourishment actually, because I think it's not only about food, but also everything we nourish ourselves with, right? It's like our relationships is also about what we are hearing every day. If we are listening too much to radio, television, and nourishing ourselves with that. And the second one is movement. The third one is the sleep. And the fourth is the silence. So if we can think that four pillars can be this bench, we have our four legs of our bench, life bench. And if one is unstable or two, this bench will be unbalanced. And our life energy will not be as empowered as it could be. So what we can think is also how one pillar can influence also the other pillar. So if I'm not nourishing myself well, or if I don't have enough nutrients, or if I'm not getting enough nutrients, I maybe don't have the urge to move so much as I could as a human being. So if we start thinking about food and about nourishment, we can ask ourselves, okay, what, how am I eating? We can make some questions about how am I eating, what am I eating, or when am I eating, you know? And all these questions make us think through if we are in a habit state or if we're really connecting to our body and feeling what it needs. And about food, we can also go into so many layers, but it's also where the food is coming from. It's coming basically from supermarkets, or can I try to find the small producers, small organic producers around me who are planting, who gets the food straight from the soil in one day, and in the next day I can get it from them. So this vegetable would be much more nutritious for my body and my spirit than the vegetable that is holding a long time in the shelves in the supermarket, which is losing every day life power, life energy. So this also goes into food. It's also what are we choosing to eat? Can I make more healthy options in my day, right? Can I choose tasty food but also healthy? Can I combine both of them? Am I going only for the taste? Am I going only for, we can start balancing those things, evaluating. Am I eating too much outside where I don't know how they prepare the food, how, which oils they are using, or how much sugar, or how much industrialized food there is? I think all of this is part of what we need to think in this food nourishment part. I think it's also about how much sugars, how much caffeine, how much stimulants we are using into our body that is covering our essence. Is kind of also attracting more sickness and if we don't find this balance of also having some live
Ooh, that
live
tastes so
food.
good.
This is a live juice that is with mainly greens, apples, sprout seeds. Sprout seeds is a boost of life, and it's just so simple to put them in the water and give life back to the seed, and you're eating that life. But how can we really best nourish ourselves in that sense? And how am I eating? What is the presence I'm putting into eating? So if I'm gonna have a meal, am I thinking through, okay, who prepared this food, or who cultivated those vegetables, and being grateful for all that there is on front of us, and taking time to eat, also taking time to be present in that moment, I was hearing about this longevity, yeah, the cultures that are living longest. And in Europe, one of the places is Spain, where people is taking really time to eat well and eat fresh and eating together. Also taking like, while they're eating, they're not connected to their phones or their computers or doing something else or on the phone. They are just present there, sharing a meal, and they take time for it. Also take time after the meal to integrate that meal, right? I heard that we're not what we eat, but we are what we digest, actually. What we digest of nutrients, what we digest of nutritional values, because sometimes we can eat, but if we are having an indigestion or we are getting stuck with that food over there that is not really being digested, because it's not, you have maybe some allergies to it, or because it's not really the best, you shouldn't eat that in that moment. It's then you're not getting the nutritional part from it. You're not getting the energy from the food meal that you just had. So this is also a very interesting point to think about. And then, of course, if we go from one to the other, the presence we bring into it, and as more we can connect to what we are really needing to eat and what our body is needing. And this is also connected to silence and connected to movement, because if we're eating low energy foods types, too much flour, too much sugars, or too much of fats that are not healthy, then we have less energy to move our body. And movement is the second pillar. Our body needs to move. We are made to move. And we are made to move way more than nowadays we are moving, though, with all cars and working times and sitting in front of a computer, sitting in a car, going to work, going to where is all the the real movement that our body is needing. So that's why movement is so important and is a need from us human beings. We can think about, okay, if I'm not moving enough, my body will start in an economy of energy. It's like making an economy of energy, and this means that it starts atrophiating. It starts losing its natural articulations, fats, and all of these things. Start creating pain, back pain, knee pain, or you don't feel anymore flexible. You start feeling stuck and stiff into your body if you stop moving, if you move less and less and less. And this can be any kind of movement that brings you joy. I'm not speaking about you need to every day go to the gym. That's not at all. But it's like do like what you love. You can dance for half an hour a day. You can build the best rhythms you love. And it can be after work. It can be at night. It can be after having some meal or all this. And you can do yoga, but it can be also only stretchings. It don't need to be the full yoga session, but it can be just stretching your body and feeling into it. You can swim, you can walk, just take nice walks with your family. There's so many options into that. Martial arts and all beautiful things. And our body will be so delightful on that. Gives so much more energy also to our daily life when we start really moving and we feel the benefits of it. So I think it's also something to think about. It's like, okay, if I stop moving, my body will get stuck. We'll stop responding. And we'll stop, the energy will get low as well. So I think This is also integrated with, if you think, if you don't move much, you also make your worst quality, the quality of your sleep gets worse. So if you move a lot, if you move quite enough in a day, you feel like how you sleep like a baby afterwards, right?
Yes.
You really have this quality of sleep afterwards. And then we can go into the pillar of sleep. And this is very interesting because we think, oh, okay, sleep is one thing more in life, but it's one of the most important things we do actually nowadays because it's 8 hours a day. And if you think in a lifetime, this is one third of our life sleeping. So it's not just one thing more, it's actually a really, really important part of our life. And what I want to say about sleep is, oh, we think, oh, but it's something that you just lay and do. But actually, when we are sleeping, we are restoring and regenerating our body. We are making we are regenerating our focus, our memory. We are regenerating our cells. We are restoring our energy, the life energy, so we can have for the next day. So if you think about, okay, I slept 7 hours, I don't know, 7, 8 hours, and I still wake up tired, still wake up lacking energy, still wake up for getting my coffee, otherwise I don't function, then there is something unbalanced in there. And this is what we need to think about, is what is maybe that you did before sleeping that is actually provoking that your sleep is not able to recover your whole body and your whole organism for the next day. So if we think in our room, for example, we should have our room as our sleeping temple. And what is a sleeping temple? It's a place where there is low light, almost no light, or very low light, candles, where you have just books and not electronics. Keep your electronics away from your room. This is it's not a good combination. It's like no Wi-Fi, no computer, television, cell phones. Only if you need to wake up in the morning, then you can have your your how you say your what you need to wake up. But put in your modus, flying modus, if you need to have a phone there. But it's really changing the habits of like, okay, keep this out of my room because my room is my resting time. Your mind and your soul and your body needs rest, and this is all the way, it's a cycle. So if you start preparing yourself, okay, every day, starting by half an hour before sleep, not getting into any light, any phone, or replying things, or getting into internet and stuff, then you start slowing down your mind and your thoughts, so you can have a proper sleep, so you can really rest. And it's also about, and actually the best is 1 hour before sleeping. You don't have to be connected into the unconnected world.
I'm especially as well thinking about the children here, how to do
Yeah.
this for your children. So really they get off these tablets and phones an hour before that they have to
Yeah,
sleep.
if they are on the tablets, yeah,
Yes, most
exactly.
children are.
Before.
They are actually like watching a movie to fall asleep too, and
Yeah,
that light from the phone,
these
and
blue and
yeah,
white lights, they are super, because you maintain your brain activity still there, awake, and your whole system is still awake because of all this information, all these stimulants that we're having. Especially when we're living in the city, we have so many stimulants from the whole day that until our body can really slow down into a sleepy, deep sleep state where it can really restore and regenerate our body, to recover it. And also because our body is so intelligent that it can even heal our body during the sleep. We were made to heal our body also during sleeping. But as we are not really doing it properly, our body is not getting any any time for that. It's not really being able to regenerate anything, and then so many sickness are popping up, and then we feel weak and we feel more tired and we feel lack of energy and we feel, and then starts coming more pain and more this, and this is all combined with yeah, with all these pillars actually of health that we're speaking here. And I think giving attention to the sleep, to the quality of the sleep, to really slowing down at night. You preparing is like a preparation for the rest, for resting. And as more as you do, as better it gets. As more as you do, you don't need to one day to the other completely change everything. But I think it's little steps. And one day you think, okay, 15 minutes before going up to my room, I was just like, stop. Stop using my electronics, for example. And then you go to half an hour, and then you go to an hour afterwards, and you can read a book, you can talk to your partner, you can do so many beautiful things. You can actually practice silence before going to bed, which is the next one we're gonna enter now. So,
Can I just say that I had a yoga teacher that said it takes 42 days to change a bad habit into a good habit. So
42
at the
days.
same time, like taking one of these things into your life, maybe you can take one of the bad ones out with it at the same time. That's a quick
Yeah.
fix. 42
That's
days.
it. Yeah, we're not speaking about changing all in one time. I think it's more things that you're integrating it slowly and doing the best you can every day. So this is also something. Yeah, the next topic we're speaking is the silence, right? And the silence is something that nowadays also is combined with so many of the actual uh, all this depression, anxiety, and feeling bad inside, or going into bad relationships, or all these things are for me a result of we are not enough listening to ourselves. We are not enough embracing ourselves, taking time with ourselves, um, practicing practicing this silence, which means being fully present with yourself, which means just close your eyes or with open eyes, just having the intention of listening to the body, listening to yourself, tuning into yourself, right? It's less and less I see that in daily life because we are so rushed and so into a doing state, acting state, and sometimes what you need is actually not to do anything, so things can arrive, because sometimes we are doing, and we are not really listening. What is actually my heart saying? What is my soul needing? What is actually my family needing? And to make better actions, to make better yeah, to have better results as well. So I think the practice of silence is like all of these pillars is every day. It's like things that should be practiced every day, and if you start with 5 minutes is good enough. If you sit with yourself 5 minutes every day when you're waking up, it's good enough to start. And it's like, how am I feeling today? How can I better serve? How can I nourish myself and my surrounding? And tuning into how am I feeling today? How was my sleep? How was you know all these things that you can really, and it's very interesting because after, for example, some certain um, physical activities, we sometimes like shavasana. It's like after yoga, you sit still and you integrate that activity in stillness. You are in silence with yourself, in presence, receiving what you just did, and also in a meal you can eat, even if you're eating alone or with other people. You can eat, and you can practice silence at the same time. You know what I mean? It's like you can have this moment of integrating that what you're doing and connecting fully. It's like putting more presence and intention in all that. So I think it's yeah, silence is one of the most important, so we really can reconnect to our essence and reconnect to our power, reconnecting with what am I needing. And once you're listening to yourself, you will understand, okay, what is the movement I want to practice? What is the food I want to better serve myself? And how can I actually um, um, make my sleep quality better? You know, what can I take out of my room? What can I bring in my room? So I can make this ritual of sleeping even, yeah, even better. So I think it is the integration of all of these four pillars is in a way very simple, because if we think they're very basic topics, at the same time they're not, because in the moment we're living in, we're forgetting all these so important parts of ourselves and of our function, how we function as a human being, right? And I think we just need to start looking at them and giving attention to them, so we can better yeah, we can better co-create here on earth, and we can better like use our energy towards what our dreams are, our earth is, or you know, to make this place so much better and so much like more light than it actually is right now. So yeah, I think if you have any question, Annette, I can.
Yeah, it's just that not a question, but like it's that we if we care about ourselves, then it's good for yourself and everybody
Around.
around.
Yeah.
You become more quiet. You have a better view over everything. You can take a lot more pressure from surroundings.
Yeah, from the
I'm
system.
just talking about the yoga
Yeah.
part here, actually, for me, what it does to me. So, and then I think I really like that now we are putting it down to 4 points, which is not like the many laws of where you just get lost in the numbers. It's 4 things. We should be able to do this.
Yes.
I'm gonna swap because I think this. Yeah, I want to finish this with. I have to do it like that again. With letting you hold the camera, and then I have a little present for you because you give today, and when you give, you will receive.
When you give, you will receive.
You will receive, and
But
I
I'm
try.
so thankful for Mateus from Vida Veda that actually taught me that, and yeah.
And is that someone? Oh, that's not the person. Is that someone that people can find on the internet if they
Yeah,
want to know?
Mateus Vida Veda. We can write after here in the
Yes.
comments, and
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna pack it out because the pack was just to take care of it. It's not looking so nice.
We can show a bit of the forest.
Yeah. So it's a little present for Mama and Mama's baby in the womb, and for the house that you live in with so many beautiful people.
Wow.
And it's of course homemade, but this is mostly for you and baby and Freya to relax.
Wow.
And it's homemade
It's
lavender
lavender oil. Wow.
and it's lavender from the forest where there's no cars. A house near the forest.
It's so pretty. This you made it.
Yes.
Yes.
And this is
It's so nice.
wow.
Sage and
Sage
flowers.
and from Regin and Fie's farm. So you know it comes from a good place.
Yes.
Yes.
That's where we know. Our permaculture friends planting so much good food around here.
Yeah. It's amazing. So
Thank you.
thank
so
you
much.
for sharing this
That's
because
really
it's so important, I think, for everybody. I hope you will enjoy to try it. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm so honored. I feel good. Thank you for hearing. Thank you for all. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Have a beautiful day.
I don't know where to turn it off.
Yeah, you're gonna find out.
There.
Until the truth there.
Yes. Is it turned off?
Ooh, don't
I can't see
worry.
anything. Is it turned off?
Ooh, be happy. Ooh, don't worry, be happy now. Ooh. Should I just put here in the
I
X?
can't find my glasses. So
Should I just put here? Don't worry.
no, I think that would close the screen.
Yeah.
What is
But you
that?
don't want to close?
Yeah, but maybe it doesn't stop the video.
Ooh. Share? No.
Where's
I
my
don't know.
glasses?
Ah, you're live.
We are live.
Again. No, again. Ah, yeah, you're live.
So
So you need to find.
okay, we are off here, but we don't know how to get off here.
Maybe it's there anyway, and then you need to. You're gonna. Yeah.
Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yeah. Goodbye. Ciao. Stay happy.